Guys, so spring and summer is in the rearview mirror. We are in the autumn market, which is traditionally a slowdown market for real estate. Kids are back in school. People are going on vacations. You got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, all that good stuff. So the real estate market is slowing down. So even with all these headlines going around, everyone's thinking that the market's about to crash, and we're definitely seeing a little bit of a pullback right here in September. Let's go over some facts and see where we ended up in September of 2021. There's a 4-week period in June of 2021, which home prices were at its peak, and right now in September, we're down about 1.8% from our all-time high. Inventory, demand, and closed sales here in autumn will definitely fall, but that doesn't mean days on market will substantially change. That's what I think. I think that interest rates are still low and inventory will fall, but the buyer demand is still up. I think that this will be the hottest autumn market since 2004. So usually this time when things tend to slow down in the real estate market, home buyers think that they can usually get a deal within the market, and that's mostly the case in the previous years because sellers tend to sell in the autumn slower season if they really need to sell for financial reasons, or they need to move really bad for a job, or let's say a family member. But I think that this autumn is going to be completely different. I think that there won't be any deals and prices will remain where they are at right now, and the market will stay hot because the demand for home buyers is still there. So this is kind of unfortunate for buyers that have kind of been riding out the wave the past year or year and a half, let's say. The good news is that we're not seeing that $50,000 over asking, but we will see a lot of demand for the homes that come to market. So although prices are coming down a little bit, we will still have the demand, and you will definitely still need to be very well qualified and work with a great real estate agent to get you into the house that you want. I'm not saying there won't be any wedge deals that you can't weed out and find a little needle in the haystack, but if you've been waiting on the sidelines for the past year, 2 years to get into the market, now will be the time. You won't be able to get those sweet deals and the market won't decline, and you should get into your first home. But what do you guys think? Do you think that these economists are wrong? Do you think that the Fed might tick up interest rates sooner than they're expecting? I don't know what's going to happen. I am more pessimistic in regards to the Fed raising interest rates here in probably the beginning of 2022. They're saying they're going to raise interest rates in 2023. I think that it's going to be a little bit sooner just because they need to see some movement and they want to make more money off of the money they're lending out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is a little insight. It's not meant to be a scare tactic, but just wanted to let you know that all of these headlines are just to get you guys to read and be a little fearful of the real estate market. Mostly doom and gloom gets readings, and so that's what they're doing. But here we have the facts. Supply's low, demand's high, interest rates low, market should stay steady. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit, and hopefully you guys get into your next house here in 2021 or 20. So let's take a look at the Orange County housing market. Before we were talking about over 400 plus cities within the U.S. that Redfin gathers together. But here in Orange County, listings have plummeted within the last 2 weeks. So we shed roughly 239 homes here in Orange County, which is down 9%, and there's currently 2,289 homes active here in Orange County, which is insane. There's nothing here on the market for people to buy. So we should see inventory continue to slow down until around November. We should see an uptick in listings starting to happen with the holiday market season. I don't know about you guys, but with these low interest rates and nothing in sight to really affect the real estate market, I'm going to try to pick up as many homes as I can here at the end of 2021, in the beginning of 2022. Again, I always talk about how it's very important when you're younger to get into your first home and hold for the future. No one knows what's going to happen with the real estate market, but you can only focus on now. And if you know anything about real estate, it is a long game, not a short game. It is long money, and hopefully in the end, when you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, it'll all pay off and you'll have these paid off cash flowing properties that you bought here in 2021 in your 20s or 30s or even 40s. So again, there's a lot of headlines and hoopla going on, but what do you guys think? Are you going to try to buy your first house here in 2021? Let me know in the comments, but I'm going to keep powering through, try to refinance on a few things and pull out some money and find my next property. So some of you guys might be saying, Kyle, you were completely wrong. The market is going to crash in 2021 or 2022. Well, my question to you is, what are you going to do right now to prepare yourself for that market crash if it does happen? Here are a couple tips for you. Definitely make sure that you have enough cash and make sure that your taxes are in order and your DTI is in order, and then talk to a lender that will get you pre-approved and qualified and let you know where you're at and where you stand. So if you do want to be sidelined until that crazy market crash, then at least you'll be ready. Aside from being ready, I'm not saying everyone needs to buy a house in 2021 or 2022. You need to go with your gut feeling because no one has that crystal ball. So if you are about to end your lease and you need to have a place to stay and you have that cash and you're pre-approved and you got a solid job, you've been waiting, then pull the trigger. Don't let all of the headlines get in the way of you making your next move to financial freedom or getting ahead. If it's not the right time and you've had some hardship and you might have just lost your job, or you're not certain, or maybe you want to switch jobs in a year, then maybe right now is not the time to buy. But either way, if you are waiting for the market to crash, be prepared. And I don't think that crash is going to happen. So I'm going to continue to buy houses here in 2021, 2022. We'll keep seeing those headlines, I'm sure, for the next 6 months, especially going into 2022. That's going to be everyone's bread and butter when the new year starts. Is this the year for the big market crash here in real estate?